"So is it Joel then?" Daisy asked. Joel was her policeman boyfriend of a year's standing, the longest she'd ever gone out with any man. Her parents approved of him, and she thought perhaps her mother was going to urge her to marry him. No, not Joel either. You're perfectly well able to make your own mind up about him. I wanted to talk about your real mother. Daisy looked at her mother in horror. "I don't want to talk about her now," she said. "Well, I do," Lorna said. "What's more, I want you to find her when I've gone. I think it will help you." Her words made tears well up in Daisy's eyes. "Nothing and nobody will ever replace you," she said passionately. "You are my real mother. I don't want anyone else." She had known she was adopted since she was a tiny child. Lorna and John had told her that she was extra special because they had chosen her, while ordinary parents got no choice at all. Even when she was 5 and the twins were born, a miracle because Lorna had been told she was sterile, nothing changed. Daisy never felt her parents loved them more. In fact, she imagined they'd got Tom and Lucy just to please her. Not once in her 25 years had Daisy shown any interest in her birth mother. She knew she was a Buchan, whoever she was born to. "You might think that way now, Dizzy," Lorna used the family nickname lovingly. "But I know from experience that a death in the family can bring up so many unexpected emotions and questions. I believe finding her would help you through all that." Daisy didn't know what to say. Lorna wasn't one to make a suggestion like this without having thought long and hard about it. Since she knew she was dying, she had organised everything, from her funeral service to filling the freezer with ready-cooked meals. There was nothing morbid about any of her arrangements. She'd been this way all her life, always thinking ahead, making life easier and more comfortable for her family. Yet Daisy couldn't imagine why her mother thought that finding a woman who had given her child away so many years ago would help her grief. She stared out at the view of the back garden, and there, as everywhere in the house, was more evidence of Lorna's planning and patience. It was beautiful, the herbaceous border just coming into its full glory. A bank of blue, pink, and mauve plants. Honeysuckle had all but covered the roof of the old Wendy house where Daisy and the twins had spent many happy hours as children. Yet Lorna hadn't let it slide into decay or removed it once there were no children to use it. Each spring she planted flowers in its window boxes and cleaned it out. Daisy knew that if she were to go in there now, she'd find the little pots and pans, the chairs and table, all still arranged carefully. Of course Lorna had hoped that one day there would be grandchildren playing in it, and Daisy's eyes filled with tears as she was reminded that her mother wouldn't be there to play her part in weddings and baby's birth and upbringing. "I'll look for her if you really want me to," Daisy said, keeping her face turned to the window so her mother wouldn't see her tears. "But whatever she's like, she'll never take your place." "Come and lie down with me," Lorna said. Daisy remembered that her mother had always been able to sense tears or unhappiness even from a distance, and so she did what she was told and snuggled up beside her. Her parents' bed had always been a special place. She and the twins had used it like a trampoline, pretended it was a boat, a desert island, and a hospital. They had opened their stockings here on Christmas mornings, been tucked in here when they were ill, climbed in during the night when they had bad dreams. And as a teenager, Daisy had often lain beside her mother and confided all her fears and dreams. But it was the more recent memories that Daisy thought of now as she put her arm around her mother. Sunday mornings when Dad had gone out with Fred, their West Highland Terrier, or evenings when he was down in his study working. Then she'd come in here and end up bearing her soul, about Joel, her anxiety that she'd never find a job she really liked, and her friends. Most of Daisy's friends said they couldn't tell their mother anything important. Yet she had only to lie here, her mother tucked under the covers beside her, and she could talk about things that were unimaginable outside this room. "I used to bring you into bed with me here when you were a baby," Lorna said, turning her head on the pillow to face Daisy. "I used to lie and marvel at how perfect you were, and how lucky I was to be given you. You may be a grown woman of 25 now, but I still think that way." She caught hold of one of Daisy's corkscrew curls and wound it round her finger. "You were bald at first."